G'day everyone, I've seen a few people ask about this, so in this video I'm going to explain how the custom Sens mod works that's available in Taylordrift scripts. In this video I'm going to be using the Taylordrift Scottish Tryhard 3.0 beta script. You don't have to be using this script, it's just the one I'm using in the video. Pretty much any Taylordrift script that's been released in the last 6 months has this custom Sens mod and it works the exact same way. Now if you want to download any of those scripts, it's best to get them from the Taylordrift Discord, and I'll leave a link to that Discord in the description of this video. I'll also leave some instructions on the screen for you now, so if you are new to the script you'll know how to enter the menu and navigate the menu and also change some values. These instructions apply to pretty much every Taylordrift script. So I'm going to go through and explain some options with this custom Sens mod that's available in Taylordrift scripts. If you're wondering what the mod does, the name pretty much explains it. Custom Sens. This mod allows us to customize our sensitivity a little bit more than what the game allows us to. So let's have a look at our options. We've got General, ADS, Fire, ADS, Fire. So from the start here, General. This is our general sensitivity. So our general look around sensitivity. So if we go into the game settings and have a look, mine's on 7.7. I can show you just so you know I'm not telling you any lies. There we go. 7.7 is my horizontal and vertical stick sensitivity. Now by changing this in the mod here, I go back to Miss Mods and Custom Sens. If I go lower than 100, that's going to lower the sensitivity. If I go higher than 100, it's going to speed it up. Now just so you can really see the difference on the video, I'm going to turn this down quite a fair bit. Put it down to 20, back out so that saves. Make sure it saves first. You'll now see that when I move my sticks around, the sensitivity has significantly been decreased. So that's what the mod's doing, just changing the sensitivity. If we go back in and have a look at the next one, Custom Sens, put that back to 100. That's back to the normal. ADS. All right, so ADS, this is the same as changing your ADS multiplier. So when you're aiming down your sight. So looking in the game settings, you can see here you've got all your ADS multipliers if you go to these here. So what this does, this allows you to change your sensitivity for when you're aiming down your sight. The mod allows you to do that, but by fine-tuning it just a little bit more. All right, so back out so we can look at an example here. If I just back out of the menu and aim down my sight, this is my regular ADS sensitivity, multiplier setting, okay? If I use the mod, we can change that a little bit more, but so we can actually see the difference, I'll change it a fair bit. So I'll go to ADS, I'll turn this one down, turn it down to something like 30 so we can really see the difference there. Now you'll see that my sensitivity here, that's still normal, but now once I aim down my sight, it changed quite a fair bit. So it's barely moving. As you can see, I'm moving the stick as much as possible. Yeah, it's barely moving. So that's what the ADS one is changing. Now you might be thinking, well, Wayne, what's the point of that? We can change that in the game settings, and well, you're right. Look at this as being able to fine tune those settings rather than just, well, I can do that in the game. So what's the point of that? However, these next two options aren't available in the game settings. So there's nothing that you can change in the game settings that will change your sensitivity in the actual game, but this mod allows you to do that. So the first one is fire. So this is going to be when you're firing only, so when you're hip firing a weapon. So recently there was the hip fire PPSH meta. Maybe there was a few of you that tried that out and you just couldn't get it down pat because it felt weird when you were hip firing it. The reason for that is because maybe you're used to your sensitivity slowing down when you're aiming down your sight, hence the ADS multiplier being a bit lower. But when you're firing from the hip, that doesn't come into play because you're not aiming down sights. Now, this mod allows you to change the sensitivity of when you're hip firing only. So I'll leave it at 100 just so we can see an example. I'll start shooting and there we go. All right, so that's the normal sensitivity, flicking left and right. Now, by using the mod here instead, back to Miss Mods, Custom Sens. If I lower this, again, I'm just going to put it really low, down to 20. Back out so that saves. I'll make sure it saves first. If I aim down my sight and shoot, everything's still the same, okay? Still the same. Whatever your ADS multiplier will be, that's still in effect. But now if I hit fire only and try to move it, it barely moves, all right? So that was me moving the stick all the way up and all the way to the left. It's barely moving at all. It's just sticking there, all right? So that's what the fire only does. So it's still the same here. That's all still the same. Looking around, still the same. But once I hit fire, it barely moves. So that's the fire one. Again, there's nothing in the game settings that allows you to change that. So that's one reason to use this mod, especially with the recent meta. The next one is going to be ADS and fire. All right, so it's pretty self-explanatory. I think you're getting it by now, but this is going to change the sensitivity of when you're aiming and shooting only. All right, so you've got your general sense, you've got your ADS, which is when you're aiming down your sight, but there's no in-game setting for you to change for when you're just aiming and shooting at the same time. All right, but this mod allows us to do that. We've got our aim sensitivity, our aim and shoot sensitivity, that's all still the same there. But if I go into the mod and I change the ADS fire one, again, turn this down to something real low, back out so that saves. We now see that when I aim and shoot, the sensitivity is lowered quite a fair bit. So I'm again, moving the stick all the way to the left, up, down. It's barely moving. Obviously, you're probably not going to do that in the game. because you want to be able to move it a fair bit. I don't think you're fully going to be able to rely on the aim assist to drag it all around, but you're getting the point. That's what this mod allows you to do. It allows you to change certain things and fine-tune sensitivities more than what the game allows you to do. And there we go. So that's everything I wanted to go through for this video. I've seen a few people ask about it, so I just wanted to get a video out there. So it's there forever now, and anybody can come back and have a look to see how it works. If you do have any questions about it, feel free to ask those in the comments. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you next time.